Hey guys, a warm welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be testing the Boxer. Now at times all Ferraris can be very testing. I'm sure this one is going to be no exception to the rule. Well, let's find out. So grab yourself a beverage of choice, kick back and enjoy. Cheers. Now before we start, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's bought a hoodie, a t-shirt or donated in some way. You guys have really contributed towards building this Boxer. Let me show you some of the stuff we've got already for this car. So we've got most of the service kit we need here. We've got 2 oil filters, we've got 2 cam belts here, we've got our auxiliary belts over here, 3 of them, 2 air filters, we've got 2 fuel filters, and I need to get a couple of tensioner bearings. I'm going to get a set of spark plugs and a few other bits. Plus, we have 2 of these. Now, let me show you what these things are. And these rubber sleeves are our little bits that have perished extremely badly down here. So, there we go. That's good. And there's something that's sat outside for 12 years. So, we've got the sleeves. And the other fantastic bit of news is, well, these 2 rear airboxes are probably one of the most rusty parts I've found on the car so far, and I've just received this message.
So these are the air filter boxes for the Ferrari 512BBi that we're about to send to Scott. So I'm Stefan from Red Bay Cars, and this is a donation for his restoration project of this wonderful car. As you can see, these boxes are really in excellent shape. They really look like new. There are no holes, everything is just in perfect condition, ready to be reused. Excellent, thanks very much, bye bye.
Now Red Bay are a fantastic company. They basically keep cars like this alive. Ferrari no longer make all the parts for many of these models, and people like Red Bay who recycle parts, who provide parts, the older parts that we just can no longer get, just really worth their weight in gold. They provided me with parts on my 308 project. I've bought stuff from them from the Ratarossa project. So all of these have Red Bay parts in them. So check out Red Bay, and thank you very much, Stefan. That is a very kind thing to do. So let's roll our sleeves up, get the tools out and start cracking on with business. Now that we have successfully managed to get a good set of working keys on this car, let's do some tests and see how bad it is. So we know all the lights work on this car. Horn was a little bit hoarse, like me at the moment with a sore throat. Right, okay, so straight away, I've got a high-pitched noise back there. We're gonna do some investigation on that in a minute, but let's see what got working in the car. So let's try some easy stuff. Fans. Right, we got one there. We got 2 fans on this car, left and right. Left and right fans are a go. That's cool. Let's try AC. Now that looks really bad at the back there. And whoa, we got some AC fans. Anyway, it's doing something. We got the light there. We got this little switch down here. No way, check that out. I want to do that again. I like that. So that's working. As I said in the last video, all of this is a great sign that our fuse board here and our relay board, which is down in the passenger footwell, it's got a great chance that it's all good there. What else can we try on this one? How about some windows? Now, these windows in this car are notoriously bad, even when they're meant to be good. Ratarossa 308 all work on the same system. It's a cable operated system in here. So the chances of these actually working after 12 years is very minimal. Here we go, ready? Oh my gosh. That works! Let's try this one. Ready? Here we go. No way. That is better than my other cars. That honestly is better. That's faster. Now I'm not going to go any further because they're caked up, so I'll just move that a little bit. But right, that's amazing. Okay, let's try another thing. Let's try these mirrors. This is electric mirrors here. So yeah, so dirty out there, you can't even see. Let's try that one. Oh man, that works. This one's got a broken lens. 12 years or 14 years outside actually, and it still works. Amazing. All right, so I have moved the windscreen wiper up. You can't really see it. Let's show you outside. It has started to rain, but there you go. It's just out of the way because it's just full of debris on it still. It's still all got that moss and stuff, and it needs new blades. But let's see if this works. Look at that, guys. Unbelievable. Right, and one other thing. Let's stop that. We've got that very annoying noise in the background. We're going to investigate that next, but let's see if these washers work. Unbelievable. Right, let's try the radio now. Unfortunately with this car, aftermarket radio, so we are going to have to try and fix that. This car needs to go back to being factory spec, so I think let's try. It seems to be jammed on, it won't let me seek anything. Anyway, I'm not bothered about that. Let's find out what that noise is back in the engine. Okay, so if we fire that up, let's trace that back. It comes over here, and it sounds like it's coming from this here. Let's see if I can get a closer one for you guys. Now that is the electronics, as far as I'm aware, for the engine. Now that is not good, because I'm pretty sure that is going to be super rare, super expensive, and I'm convinced it is not meant to make that noise. I might be wrong, but I very much doubt it. Anyway, let's investigate to see what that is. It's out the car, it's on the Ratarossa workbench, and here's what we have. It's a Magneti Marelli unit, and it says here electronic limiter, RPM value 6,600. Now looking around it, I don't know if there's much we're going to be able to do with this one. Now I have also another theory. I've done a little bit of research on this as well, and it seems that some of these do make a noise. Now if you have a Boxer, or I think a Ferrari 412, I believe, use the same unit, just let me know if this is something that a lot of these suffer with. Now I don't know, with the Ratarossa, when you turn the ignition, it makes a strange noise sometimes, and then it fires up, and then the noise just cuts out. So it could be that this is just a common thing that happens with these things. But I'm hoping basically that this works, because, like I say, Ferrari don't make them anymore. Anyway, I'm going to take some of these screws out, and we're just going to have a little look and a little clean up on it. With all the screws removed, these just pop off. Again, that is a sealed unit, so there's nothing really I can do apart from clean up the pins there. And the same here on this side, and this one. Let's do the same with this. All sealed. Looks quite good, but you never know with these things. Obviously 1983. So I'm going to give this a little clean up with some contact cleaner, and we'll just see if it makes any difference at all. Right, moment of truth. It's all back in the car. Let's see if we've managed to do anything with this. I don't think so. Here we go. Nope. No fix there. Okay, so a little bit more research needed on this one. I am convinced that is not normal, but can it be fixed? That is the question. And is that the cause of why this car was parked up for 12 years? Who knows? Now with a project like this Boxer, there is a lot of investigation work that really has to happen, and it makes sense to do as much as possible while the engine is still in the car. Many people say, why haven't you taken it out? Why haven't you just thrown a load of parts at it and hope for the best? It makes more sense while it's in here, having all the wiring connected to be able to really diagnose and investigate to see what is working and what isn't. One of the things that we discovered already was the end cap on our starter motor was completely obliterated. We've got one of those on order, and that is the next job we're going to be doing on this car. So we have our replacement solenoid cap. That's just arrived in the post. That was £22, and we're going to try and fix this starter motor. And there's two reasons I'm going to be doing this. First of all is obviously to save a bit of money, get this car running, but also to retain originality. So all of this we're going to try and keep, and if needs be I can send this off and get it all refurbished, but obviously there is absolutely no way this can be restored. So we're going to try and do that now. I have got to do two things here. First of all, we need to unsolder these connectors, and they go in this part here and in this part here. So there's two pins, and that was the pin holding on the old one here. Now I am not very good at soldering, but this man, Mr. Stewie, is much better than me. So you guys are going to watch Stu do this on time lapse. Now that we've fixed the obvious broken part on our starter, I'm going to run a quick test before putting it back in the car. We want to verify really that it's working, so I'm going to just do a little bench test here. This thing's been out of action for 12 years, so before we put it back in, let's make sure it's all working so we're not chasing our tail later on down the line. So what I've got here is just a standard battery charger. We've got it earthed, and I've got a little jumper down here on the solenoid. Now if I apply power to this terminal, let's have a look. There we go. So if you watch the this as I put it on again, we're all good. Okay, so that can go back in the car. Something else I wanted to test on this car was the oil. Now I had a quick look down here when we collected the car, and to my surprise the oil is at the bottom of the tank. Now there's nothing there on the dipstick. Let's just put that somewhere safe, but let's see if I can get some light down there to show you guys. Let's try this other light here, it might be a bit better. Can you see anything down there if I shake the car a little bit? No, I don't think you can. Alright, so let's try something else. Let's put that down there. What I'm going to do is, that dipstick is obviously not long enough, but what I've got here is a metal ruler, a nice clean metal ruler. Let's just see. And look at that. Wow, it's dripping everywhere, but oil looks pretty good. Anyway, it's obviously going to need to be changed, but and it's a dry sump, but it's still better than seeing a load of horrible gunge down there. Now that we do have some new air filters for this, I'm going to take this off and see what has happened inside this airbox in the last 12 years. Okay, screws are out. Just going to be careful with all this. Here we go, ready? Ugh, I can feel stuff under there already. Whoa, look at that. What the heck is that thing? Wow, looks like a tea bag or something in there. Let's take that out as well, shall we? Wow, check this out, guys. This is fantastic. Look, we've got a little bit of kind of oily residue here, but this is not rotten, right? You would expect if we had a load of ingress of water coming in here, obviously came through here, you can see the state of this. This is just absolutely toast, no good at all. The rubbers perished completely. When they perished, who knows, but it certainly wouldn't have been when this car was parked up. So, you know, at some point, some stuff was going to get in here, but the fact that this has perished has hopefully saved all of this, because this is really clean. And check this out, this is the top of the fuel metering unit. We've got free movement on that. Now that is something I didn't have when we were doing the 308 project. That all was really, really stiff. Now, if this was rotten, that would be a bad sign. But the fact that it looks very clean in here, that could be a huge thing when we're talking about the metering unit here. Now, if you have a look also at the underside of this, apart from the spider, everything like that, even this is all very clean. So very nice, good signs here. Hopefully the other one is exactly the same. So a little peek on this one. Same story. Looks good. Let me get that out very carefully. Hold on. And it's a similar story over on this side as well, guys. Look, we've got an oily little film there. The airbox, though, no rust. And let's very carefully check this fuel metering unit. Movement on that as well. So that is a massive thumbs up from me. Really happy. Obviously, we're going to have to dig further down into the metering units, but the news there so far is definitely a positive. I'm going to clean these up. Obviously not going to be putting the old filters back in, and yeah, just seal this back up because I still haven't cleaned the engine. I know. It's coming, guys, it's coming. Now, back in the 70s and 80s era, it was considered glamorous, sexy and very cool to smoke, especially if you were in a sports car, and this Ferrari was no exception. Not only do we have one ashtray for the driver, we also have one in the passenger's sill. How cool is that? Nowadays, however, the poor glamorous ashtray has become a little bit redundant. It is used for two things. Either one of these, a phone charger, or one of these, our emergency tire inflator kit. This one's out of my trusty Nissan truck, but today we're going to use this to see if the lighters are both working on this car. We've had such success with all the electrics. Let's see if these work, but I also need to pump the tyres up, and that's why we're using this. .43 psi these babies are going to be. Moment of truth. Let's see if our lighter works in the car. Wow, guys, look what has just been delivered by DHL. Our shiny replacement air, well, they're not air boxes, are they? I guess they're air diffusers. Thank you so much, Red Bay Cars. Stefan, that is fantastic. Look at this. That is the old one here. Let's see if I can show you the underside of it. Look at that, how rusty it is in there. And then we have these beautiful ones to now go on the car. Guys, make sure you check out Red Bay Cars for all your Ferrari needs. I am so happy with that. Such a kind thing. This is going over here. Pride of place. Well, guys, I think that's a great place to end the video today. We've had some good discoveries, some bad discoveries, and some very ugly discoveries. I'm going to go away now and research a little bit more into those engine ECUs and find out how much of a headache that's going to cause me moving forward. While I do that, you guys can head on over to my Instagram channel and find out what I post on a daily basis around this place. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very shortly in the next one. Ciao for now.